Hi, Darren McConkey, Senior Ecosystem Biologist working for the Public Service of British Columbia. As a member of the BCGEU, myself and a lot of other provincial biologists are currently on strike, but I'm still talking to the trees. I'm here with Gary, surprise, surprise, a Garry Oak tree, and also namesake for some of the most at-risk ecosystems in Canada. How's it going, Gary?
Fine, maybe a little lonely. What can I do for you, Daryl?
It's Darren, but I was talking to Big Dougie over there, and he recommended I speak to you.
So you already spoke to Big Dougie before me. Why is that?
No reason, Gary, just trying to give voice to those who aren't normally heard. Let's go back to how you're feeling. Any idea why you're so lonely?
Is it because he's way older and taller and survived a bunch of wildfires? Poofed! I'm way better looking than he is, and to tell you the truth, I'm getting tired of his kind encroaching on our meadows and woodlands.
Gary, I'm here to talk to you about you, so why do you think you're feeling lonely?
Let me guess, he probably told you the story about how he gave mice safe haven during a wildfire, and that's why fir cones look like mice are hiding under their scales.
No, he didn't, but that is a cool legend. Gary, focus, please. You're feeling lonely because...
Sigh. Well, might have to do with the fact that there aren't many of us left anymore.
I know I hate to tell you this, but Garry Oak ecosystems cover less than 5% of the area you used to occupy, and those that remain are highly fragmented, often surrounded by inhospitable landscapes, and facing a lot of threats, especially invasive species.
Yeah, it sucks. Big time. You know, Daryl, back in the day before you settlers arrived, the wood locals maintained the meadows and woodlands where we lived with fire. That also helped keep those damn firs in line. Look around, I feel like I'm in an MMA fight on the mat, and the coners got me in a rear naked choke.
Easy on the fir, Garys. You know and I know that the forests surrounding these meadows are really important for all the species that live there. By connecting them, helping with dispersal.
Yeah, Daryl. Tell me something I don't already know. Anyways, I miss those days a lot.
Well, tell us more about how Indigenous people maintain the places where you and the other oaks lived.
Sure, they burned the meadows and open woodlands to keep some of the shrubs and trees out. They weeded, harvested, and seeded them to create the right conditions for the plants they wanted for food and medicine.
So is it fair to say these ecosystems exist due to First Nations cultural practices?
Yes, in a lot of places. It makes me sad this isn't happening anymore. In fact, this whole conversation and you are kind of depressing, Daryl.
Well, I've got some good news for you, Gary. Some nations have reintroduced prescribed burning to help restore these ecosystems and revive cultural harvests.
Right on. That's the best news I've heard all day. Send them over. They can girdle some of these coners while they're at it.
Gary, I'm not sure coner is an actual word.
Well, it is now. I just made it up.
What kind of food was harvested anyways?
Lots, Daryl. The bulbs and camas lilies were roasted for food and traded to other nations. Acorns and berries and several important medicinal plants.
Very cool. I'd like to try a roasted camas bulb one day. Gary, I want to talk about some of the other species that live in Garry Oak ecosystems.
Go for it. It'll be a long conversation, though. There are a bunch. Or there used to be.
What are some of your favorites?
To be honest, I don't even know if they're still around. I haven't seen some of these guys for a while now. I just love lichens. They've got the best names.
Like what?
How about flaming specklebelly, vinyl starfish, coral crackers? Should I keep going?
No, that's okay. Any other species come to mind?
Sure, I love them all, at least the native ones that belong here. There's a really cool little snake called a sharp-tailed snake. Spends lots of time underground and uses its pointy tail to help capture the slugs it eats for food.
Very cool.
I love the bluebirds too, so colorful, flighty and fast. Haven't seen them for a while though.
Yeah, there's a reason for that, Gary. Western bluebirds were extirpated from around here for more than 20 years, but there's an ongoing effort to reintroduce them, and the good news is they're breeding in the wild once again.
Well, you're full of it today.
Pardon?
Good news, Daryl. Good news. Question. Wouldn't it be easier if you didn't wipe them out and have to reintroduce them?
Yeah, totally, Gary, but I thought you'd be happy to know there are a lot of people trying to make up for past wrongs, including provincial ecosystem biologists working with First Nations and other organizations to help restore Garry Oak ecosystems, recover the species at risk that live there. We're not giving up yet.
Good to hear, but if you're on strike, who's doing that work now?
Yeah, it's tough not to be at work helping our partners, but the province has to get its house in order and recognize the important work public servants do, and then we can get back to work.
Well, tell them to get going.
You just did, Gary. Thank you. Darren McConkie, Senior Ecosystem Biologist, currently on strike, but still talking to the trees.